Hi, this is Joe again with another review. But saying this video, I'm going to be continuing to discuss my reviews of the James Bond movie series. And in this particular video, I'm going to be discussing the 1977 film, The Spy Who Loved Me, starring Roger Moore as James Bond, and also stars Barbara Bach as one of the most gorgeous women in the Bond series, as well as Carl Jurgens as the villain, as well as you had Richard Kiel in his first appearance as Jaws. And I don't mean the shark Jaws. I mean the guy with the metal teeth and stuff. Because in this movie, James Bond teams up with Barbara Bach's character because the villain in this film, who was a millionaire industrialist, like most of the Bond film, Roger Moore Bond films, Bond is not facing someone from Spectre or Blofeld in these movies, except for the opening sequence in For Your Eyes Only. But Roger Moore's films, Roger Moore's Bond films, does not go after Spectre or Blofeld in the movies that much. I mean, except for what I mentioned earlier, the opening sequence for Your Eyes Only, he mostly goes after this billionaire industrialists to try to rule the world or destroy a city or two, and to make more money or something. And that's what happened. That's the basic plot. There's a lot of the plots of the Roger Moore Bond films are exactly like this: when a guy hijacks something and threatens to blow up or destroy the world, and Bond stops them. And that's what that's what the plot is in this movie. But for this particular plot, Bond joins up with a Russian spy played by Barbara Bach, who, because the villain hijacks two, or at least two, nuclear submarines. One by the Russians. That's why Barbara Bach's character was involved. She was like a top Russian agent. And you had Bond involved because this guy also hijacked and stole a British nuclear submarine. I think he also stole an American nuclear submarine as well. So he had like three of them. And what he wanted to do was to destroy New York and Moscow, and bribe them or blackmail them for several $1 million for otherwise he's going to destroy these two cities for the Americans and from and not only for the Americans, for the British, and destroy the Russians, because he's also threatened to bomb London as well, destroying three major cities. So Barbara Bach, who was like, and she saw a lot of cleavage in this movie, more than most other Bond girls, because usually you see a Bond girl usually in a bikini, or in the case of Pussy Galore, you don't see her in a bikini, but you don't see, you see her like, well, push up boy, you see a lot of cleavage from Barbara Bach's character. And of course, at the end, she was like the sexy midriff wearing outfit. It wasn't a bikini, but it was like a real sexy outfit that the villain put her in. But I mean, she was like just beautiful and gorgeous to look at, especially with all the cleavage showing. Naturally, of course, you don't see any real nudity in the Bond films, but I think that's about as close as you're going to get, except for maybe that scene in Rush with Love where Tanya walks across the room naked and gets into Bond's bed. But there was a Diana Bianchi. There was somebody else who streaked across the room. Anyway, for that one. So I digress. But in the opening sequence of this film, Bond kills Barbara Bach's boyfriend. And her agent her code name was Mr. X, or Agent Triple X. That was her code name. And of course, naturally, at that time, porn movies were becoming popular at that time, especially porn theaters in Times Square in New York and all that type of thing. So they have an agent named Triple X in the bottom of it. And actually, of course, they didn't really play off that much, except for Barbara Bach's boss, I guess her M, I guess, Bernard Lee, kept referring to her as Triple Agent X or Agent Triple X. I mean, that's about as much they play off of that. I guess because they weren't making any references to the porn industry in that time. And her boyfriend gets killed by Bond because Bond was chasing him because Bond was in fooling around with another girl, of course, at the beginning of the film, and a Russian agent, I guess. And they want to kill Bond, and he escapes. And one of the guys that gets killed was Barbara Bach's boyfriend. So all Barbara Bach or Agent Triple X, all she knew was that her boyfriend was killed by a British agent. And she kind of figured out that might have been him. And then Bond does admit that yes, he killed someone. And said, "Do you know who this is?" He said, "Yeah." And he said, "I think I know who that is." And he said, "Well, he was killed by a British agent. Do you know anything about it?" And then Bond remembers, "Yeah, I was getting chased by your boyfriend and a bunch of other guys. He may have been the one I killed. I'm not sure. I don't look at faces. I just know that he was trying to kill me, and I killed him first." So she says, "As soon as this mission is over, I'm going to kill you. As soon as this mission is over." So you had your unusual tension there that you really normally didn't have in a Bond film. But after she made the threat, she pretty much doesn't do anything with that threat to kill Bond before Bond kills her. Because he says, "Okay, I want to kill you before you kill me," routine. And of course, they never really play off of any of that until, of course, when the mission is over. And of course, Bond succeeds at the end of the film. So here's Barbara Bach holding a gun to Bond. So okay, the mission is over. Now I'm going to kill you. And then all she did was to shoot off the cork of the champagne bottle to celebrate. And that's all she does. And of course, she has sex with him at the at the end of the movie, and they got caught because they got video or camera on the little sub they were in to go under the to free the submarines and to stop the villain. And of course, they got caught by M, the British Prime Minister, and you had who wasn't Margaret Thatcher. And I should mention in the previous film, I think in Moonraker, you see Margaret Thatcher in there. So she made a cameo in that, which was pretty funny, pretty cool to see Margaret Thatcher in there. Anyway, you also see the Russian, the head of the KGB or their Secret Service, seeing them having sex, and she goes, "Oh my God!" and she puts the sheet over her boobs. I mean, it was really pretty funny. And then they roll the sheet down, the curtain down, so they won't see him having sex. It goes, "James, 007, behave yourself. What are you doing?" And of course they got. It was like the second or third time he gets caught having sex. In the Bond movies, but by M and everything. But of course, in this film you also have one of the better. Well, I should mention, I spent over 8 minutes now, and I didn't discuss Jaws. And Jaws gets hired by the villain to go and kill Bond, and you see him about a couple of times trying to kill him, and all of a sudden he comes around the corner, when he opens up the door, there's Jaws. Or when he's about to have, in the hotel room, about to have sex with Bobby Rock's character, and there's Jaws. And of course, he has to, Bond has to save her life several times in this movie from Jaws. And he destroys the van that we're in. Jaws does, and he one time he gave like an electric shock. Bond gives him an electric shock on his teeth, and for some reason he can't. He hits him in the gut. Because Richard Kiel, he's like over 7 feet tall. He was a huge guy. And he hits him in the gut. Nothing happens. He doesn't flinch. I mean, he's like worse than Oddjob. Oddjob never finishes never finished either in Goldfinger when Bond's trying to hit him in the famous fight scene in the vault in Fort Knox. Same thing with Jaws. All the times that Bond's hitting him, he never flinches. And then of course you have for some reason Bond always tries he throws him out a window or gives him an electric shock, or either way, he never shoots him. He said, "Oh, then he's going to shoot the bastard, and hopefully we'll get killed. Shoot him in the gut or something. We'll shoot him in the heart." But that never happens. He tries to shoot him in the face, and that didn't work. It would deflect off his metal teeth, so it would deflect off of that. So, and Bond does do that, and also they knew who he was because the Barbara Box character had a foul on this guy. So, he knows Jaws, and they knew who he was. He was like a hired killer or something, and it was really. And they do play on that a little bit more in the next one, which will be Moonraker. It was originally titled in the closing credits, "The Spy Who For Your Eyes Only," but they did Moonraker. They kind of messed up with it. They decided to do Moonraker first, then For Your Eyes Only, because of Star Wars. Because the Star Wars came out the same year that The Spy Who Loved Me. And so, of course, it was too late to do Moonraker then, but to capitalize on the reinvention of science fiction films, the Star Wars and Star Trek came out in '79, the same year this film did. The same year that Moonraker did, I should say. So they decided to capitalize on that, and they made Moonraker first, and then later on they went back and they did For Your Eyes Only in 1981, which I previously reviewed those two films. But for The Spy Who Loved Me, it's also, I think the Barbara Bach plays one of the better Bond films, because she was just as good and just as tough as Mary Bond was, and also she was also drop dead gorgeous, which you really don't have in Bond films with a smart, intelligent Bond girl who can maybe be just as good spy-wise as a spy as Bond was, because you usually really don't have that in terms of a spy from another country. Of course, I should also mention that the theme song was originally performed by Carly Simon for the film, but I have a video with about the Oscars' greatest hits from 1970 to 1990, from the movie years 1970 and 1990, and he did a whole segment of James Bond films. Some of the songs were nominated for Best Song. I don't know how many of them actually won, but they did play the song from The Spy Who Loved Me, which is of course the song Nobody Does It Better, which is also one of the better James Bond songs. But at the Oscars, it was not performed by Carly Simon. It was performed by now the late Aretha Franklin, which of course by now everybody knows that Aretha Franklin passed away the day before I'm doing this video, which was on August 16th, 2008. So to see Aretha Franklin, when she still looked good before she became so fat, perform the song "Nobody Does It Better" at the Oscars for the year for this film, for the 1978 Oscars, perform the song "Nobody Does It Better." I don't know why they didn't have Carly Simon for the Oscars instead of Aretha Franklin. No knocking Aretha Franklin here, but to see her perform a Bond song which she didn't originally perform, I think she could do it. She could have done anything, any type of song Aretha Franklin could. But of course, I'm going to, since I mentioned Aretha Franklin perform the song in the Oscars, I'm going to dedicate this video to Aretha Franklin, because she did perform the song "Nobody Does It Better" at the 1978 Oscars. So, rest in peace, Aretha Franklin. I want to say that in this video. But for The Spy Who Loved Me, I think it is one of the better played Bond films, but it also became a stereotypical Bond film for Roger Moore, because it was like the first of, I think, at least 3 movies that Roger Moore did, where you have this evil industrialist trying to destroy something. And I think it might be the fourth one overall from Connery to here. And of course you had it in Pierce Brosnan movies as well, where you had an industrialist trying to destroy something. You had that in the Pierce Brosnan movies as well. But for Roger Moore and Sean Connery, you have it like 4 times. At least 4 times, when you have an evil billionaire industrialist to destroy something for their own, to increase their own money with, or net worth. So that's a review of The Spy Who Loved Me. Please click on the video, please rate it, feel free to comment on it. Please subscribe to my channel, please forward this video onto your Facebook pages. You can check out all my reviews on my YouTube channel, RowdyC.com, that's on WDY, that's C.com, that's the homepage of Rowdy Reviewer. For listening more, please check out all of his videos on his website as well. Thanks for watching, and catch you next time.